This review for Star Wars The Last Jedi will have spoilers. You've been warned. Remember, it has spoilers. Okay, let's get this started. Star Wars Episode 8, also known as the movie that never ended. Hi guys, it's your old pal Backflip Johnson again, and I'm gonna just give you my little 2 cents on The Last Jedi, the new Star Wars movie to come out, and I just want to give you my thoughts on it. Now, I like Star Wars, okay? I really like it. I grew up on it, and it's nostalgic for me, and it just has this certain charm and wit to it that just feels really awesome, and I understand that a lot of people feel the same way about that as well, and that's why we love the franchise so much. So when Star Wars Episode 7 came out, everyone was like, huh, I wonder if they can actually do this. And let me tell you, they can. Star Wars Episode 7 was a leap in the right direction for rebooting the series. I clearly believe that. I really like the movie. The one criticism about Episode 7 when Disney took over is that some of the humor felt like I was watching a Marvel movie. And God forbid we have more Marvel movies and more Marvel humor. There's already enough of that as it is. And if you don't understand what I'm talking about, it's just... let me just play the clip real quick. Play the clip for me.
So who talks first? You talk first? I talk first.
See, this is what we call a Marvel joke. And ladies and gentlemen, is Star Wars a Marvel movie? Survey says... no way! Other than that, Episode 7 was really good. There were some good fight sequences. The story was good. It felt like A New Hope, but that's not a bad thing. And then you got this scene. That's pretty dope. Even Poe's like, oh my word, what just happened? Now, Star Wars Episode 8. It was not great. Well, wait, whoa. Before you start yelling at me and start saying that I'm an idiot and I don't know what I'm talking about and that Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 94% as of now and that I'm a complete moron and out of my mind, just hear me out on this, please. One of the biggest criticisms I have about this is what I had about the other movie, is that this whole movie is a Marvel comedy, and it is not in a good way. I mean, it's funny, I get it, and I actually laughed at some of the scenes, but some of the scenes just did not feel like they belong in a Star Wars movie. They feel like they belonged in a Marvel Cinematic Universe movie. I felt like I should be watching Iron Man and Star Wars, man. I can't even talk. One of the other things that I really didn't like was just how they used Luke in this movie. Now, this is a huge spoiler. Luke confronts Kylo Ren at the very end. And you're like, oh yeah, it's going to be a throwdown. It's going to be awesome. And no, nothing really happens. It just kind of, I don't know, nothing. I also don't hope there's a love triangle in this movie. In this movie, it really emphasizes that Finn and Rey care about each other. Like, they're always asking, are they okay? Is she okay? Am I going to see her again? Is he okay? I understand that. I love it. I love the bond between them. But then they put in this extra character that starts falling in love with Finn. And like, no, I don't want this to be a drama movie session with Desperate Housewives and grandmas and whatnot. The way they use Snoke as the first Empire's version of the Emperor is really cool, and he really feels like an overlord. Like, he's got total control over everybody, and he's menacing. He's a little brutal on his team, and that's cool. Kind of like how Darth Vader was, so it was actually really cool to see that. But then, bop, they just kill him. No explanations of where he came from or who he is, or no speculations on what he is. Just dead. Deadified. Cadaverific. One of the big issues I had was they introduced Yoda. And I think it's really cool he comes in, but they use the freaking 1973 puppet. They don't even animate him, and he looks darker green. And that might just be me being nitpicky, but I just found it really unsettling. And I understand that it's kind of like a nod to the old movies, like, yeah, that's really cool. No. For a movie that's so visually stunning, it super stood out, and it just kind of threw me off for a loop, and I literally leaned over and was like, what is this, Yoda? What is this animation? I have no idea what I'm watching right now. And that's what kind of when it all just kind of fell into place, that this movie just was not great. However, I do have hopes for this series. Like, J.J. Abrams is a producer, and he is notorious for throwing twists and turns throughout the entire series of everything. If you remember, he made Lost, and we all know what a snake ride that was. Also, just Kylo Ren's still in the picture, so that's promising, and Luke is going to train Rey as an astral projection, and I think that's going to be really cool for the last episode. But my biggest suggestion to you is just to go see the movie and feel it out for yourself. Everyone has different opinions. Every Star Wars fan has a different opinion on which Star Wars movie is great. Except we can all agree that Star Wars Episode 1 was trash. I think we can all agree on that. But I would say go see the movie. It's worth the watch. Let me know what you think.